weep openly on this one.
There's way too much
Hi.
sugar in this monkey bread, and I ate all of it.
Wow.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Teller, and this is Beyond the Veil. This is taking forever. I'm so sorry. What you don't know is that I've spent the last hour trying our new fucking layout, which you're going to see here, which looks lovely. There's still some bugs we got to work out.
Wow, everybody. Wow.
It muted your clap, and my heart dropped into my anus for 10 seconds. I was like, no, it's all broken.
It did, yeah.
Anyway, so we're obviously going to have a shorter game. Apologies. There's still a lot of bugs to work out. None of our players can hear any of the music or any of the audio that way, which also sucks. I got a lot of time between now and then to troubleshoot it. Yay, new layouts. But we're going to pick off from where we were last time. So I've got a quick little summary just to kind of go over where we were. Last time we had played, the party took the information that they had been provided and started to determine a plan of action to somehow acquire the small idol containing the checkpoint pass they needed to move further into the jungle, where the Nazis were hiding something related to the parasite present in Simul. The group eventually decided on splitting the party. Edward and Alfred would attempt to infiltrate the casino that evening using 2 spare tickets. Simul and Karsa would explore the nearby jungle for a cliff pass entrance to the casino, with the hope that maybe Simul could get in and infiltrate that way. Edward and Alfred decided to have Edward go in alone first, just to see if they might be able to save themselves a ticket. Edward proceeded to do so and was witness to a cold-blooded murder by Nazi forces attempting to access the afterlife. Once the body had been pushed to the side of the river, Edward was ferried into the casino. Edward learned that the proprietor of the afterlife was a large fan of Alfred's work, having gone so far as to take imagery from some of Alfred's stories and incorporating them into the afterlife's motifs. Alfred was in turn given an all-access pass for the evening to the afterlife in exchange for meeting with the owner of the casino at some point in the evening. Alfred began making his way into the afterlife. Simul and Edward, meanwhile, began exploring the jungle, which was surprisingly light on patrols, as many of the guards were dealing with the Nazis who had killed the member of the afterlife staff on the docks.
Not Edward, Karsa.
Karsa, oh my god, thank you.
I know, how could you...
Simul and Karsa, because I was
we're very similar. We're very similar.
Absolutely, in demeanor and manner. However, while the group was making their way through the jungle, they were attacked by a regally dressed man and a ferocious-looking displacer beast. The regal man and the displacer beast attacked one another relentlessly before Karsa and Simul got involved and joined in attacking the displacer beast. Once the beast was dispatched, the group directed their attention to the apparent vampire in their midst. More concerningly, the vampire appeared to possess a symbiote similar to Simul's. When asked why the party shouldn't dispatch the vampire immediately, the vampire simply answered, "Because my name is Count Strahd von Barovich, and I am the ruler of Barovia." So, that kind of brings us up to where we were last time. I'm going to pick us up from the spot that we are all clearly interested in, and that's Alfred entering the casino. Because I am an absolute bastard. Okay, so let me minimize some of this. Let me get the player camera going.
Similar.
Bueller. I'm gonna move the fucking Spotify over here.
Oh, I gotta pull up Tailspire, don't I?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna have everyone pull up Tailspire while we're.
I did!
Yay!
Look at you guys! I'm so proud.
Sign up for an hour.
Oh,
He's just farming hours in the game at that point. Like,
yeah.
this guy.
Put in my time.
What would you play Counter-Strike too? Wow.
Don't hit the player. Hit the game.
Play hate the game.
Yeah.
I'm launching it.
I'm launching pancakes.
Great. Whoa.
Kentucky.
Pancake.
All right, and then I'm going to turn that on in this.
Woo.
So
I'm waiting on GM.
Everything we can see. Oh, I got to pull you into this. Was this the wrong roll?
And off
There.
we go.
There we go.
Waiting on GM.
Wow. There we go.
Steven, you can't say WAP in this era.
Whoa. Whoa. All right. And now I get to add Alfred into this map as well. And I'm just gonna same thing. I'm just gonna share Alfred with everyone. So
Whoa.
Oh,
Pass me around, why don't you?
polyamory.
Like
Baby.
a stack of pancakes.
Uh,
there we go. All right. Okay.
This is weird with the music. I have to find some atmosphere.
I am so sorry. I literally
It's
have
okay, it's not
great
your fault.
music.
No, it's not your
Hey,
fault.
if you're looking for
Go for it.
atmosphere, go to Jazzy Cuphead music for dealing with the devil casino ambiance on YouTube.
Jazzy Cuphead.
Royalty
music.
free.
Yeah, bring up royalty free. For everyone who's listening along, you bring up the royalty free. Hey, you guys, check this out. I'm gonna put it in chat too. That way you just fucking. There you go.
I found it. Yeah.
And then you can just adjust that to your own preferences.
Just what?
Your own sound. You can adjust your own sound on your own screens.
Oh, I still see where you put it.
Oh, I like this. It's very nice.
Oh, I put it in the chat.
which one?
If you click, it's in chatting because I'm a fucking moron. Yeah, guess what? I'm gonna put it here. There you go. It's in the chat box now. Perforation. That's me. Crushing it.
Could we get some lo-fi jazz?
No, this is not a lo-fi jazz kind of place.
Yeah, they wish you pulling that thing fast, not slow.
All right. Edward, if I remember correctly, too, you were just taking some time. You were using like the actual roulette wheels.
I was smoking a stogie.
You were smoking a stogie and using the roulette wheels. I do recall.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember the roulette wheels. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
remember he said you had to get like 3 in a row, and he said you got
Oh no,
that
that
was-
was slot machine.
Slot
I'll
machine.
do
Sorry,
that.
not roulette. Yes, correct.
I'll do the slot machine some more. Fuck yeah, I've got 43 more coins to spend.
Yeah, I thought that's what
That's what I meant.
Jake's
my bad.
character was doing. Because I wasn't.
Yeah, because he was
I
next
haven't
to
even
that
got the boat
giant
yet.
dragon.
I hadn't even arrived yet.
Correct.
Yeah, I hadn't even arrived yet.
All right, I need to pull up. There. Okay. Just in case there's more questions here. Okay. All right. So you arrive, Alfred. You were quickly ferried the rest of the way by a very disgruntled employee who's currently wearing the hood and just kind of, if I recall correctly, off-put by your behavior with his fallen coworker. As he kind of arrives at the docks, he bumps it a little hard, so some of the water from the river splashes up and hits your shoes.
Does it hit my shoes, or do I have an opportunity to not let it hit my shoes?
Let me make a dexterity saving throw.
13.
Yeah, 13's enough. Yeah. So you managed to stand up on like one of the little boards that kind of where the bench is supposed to be. You actually stand on the bench before it hits your shoes. It just sloshes in. He mumbles like a very unapologetic apology under his breath.
Alfred fluffs his coat and humps.
So he allows you off onto the dock. You see the room is very busy and very loud. You do see, just kind of looking around at your immediate surroundings, you do see a table full of goblins. One goblin is sweating profusely as a tremendous pool of blood is on the floor next to it. You see...
Are there chairs just buckets? Like...
no, so you see, like, clearly they've given, like, this specific group, like, these really cheap, really cheap lacquered wooden chairs that they've dragged over. They do not match the rest of the aesthetic of the entire casino. But you see the two others at this point are, like, occasionally just stabbing him and then going back and holding their own cards and then placing cards and then just stabbing this one. You do looking in your immediate vicinity, you actually see Edward on one of the slot machines, just kind of and watching the wheels spin, and he is smoking a large stogie.
Doggy.
If you want, you can make a perception check for more information.
I would love to.
Okay.
Perception. 16.
Okay. With the 16, you do see the track with the little ferrets running back and forth while people are betting on them. More importantly, however, you notice as you're kind of getting out of the floating coffin that is, or the floating casket that is the transport into the casino, you notice the employee that helps you up, kind of helps you out onto the dock itself proper, has a little green card attached to them that is like it's made of green metal and is embossed with a devil's smiling, winking visage.
Okay, do I recognize this?
No, you see, as you're kind of looking around, you see several of the other employees have a similar green card.
Is it like a continuing visual motif, or is there, would I...
Make an intelligence check.
Like an investigation, or just general
Straight intelligence. That's you putting stuff together in your head.
Okay. 19.
Oof. All right. Yeah, with a 19, you quickly put together, your mind kind of flashes back to the map that you were given, and you remember the word pass card.
Oh, those are the pass cards?
You get the idea that that is probably what you need to get into the locker rooms.
Okay. All right, interesting.
Go get the item real quick. You don't need Karsa and Samuel.
Just go for it.
We can speed run. Speed run.
Hold on. Let me get my shield. I'll just do a hop on it real quick.
So I'm aware that the proprietor of the casino is like a big fan of Alfred's work, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Can I briefly look around to see if there's any visual motifs that would catch my attention that would be indicative of what I would see as my work, other than just like the general
make a quick perception check.
$19.
Ooh, okay. With a 19, you see on the far end there is a gigantic bar with this large stone effigy behind it, with what looks to be a wizard kind of caught in the moment of it, like going through a teleportation gate, with one hand sticking out and the other hand being like the rest of his body being trapped into the stone. You remember this from one of your stories.
Ah, the hubris of might and magic. I do remember that from my story.
On this side of the casino, though, nothing really catches your eye immediately here in this section. You get the idea that this section largely has more to do with like the immediate betting. There's not too much decor other than like the general theme and aesthetic of the afterlife itself here.
Okay.
You also get the impression that a lot of your stories are more Easter eggs that the owner has slipped in. You get the idea that like there's a general aesthetic here of being matched after the 9 L's. However, the owner himself has specifically made efforts to kind of slip pieces of your story in.
Okay. All right. So I see Edward, correct?
Yes, you do see Edward.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way over to him.
Okay.
Hold on. Can I do a quick slot then? So that way I can either be super happy or super upset.
100%. All right. Yeah, let's pull up. Okay.
Is it like 3d6 or something like that?
Yeah, it's 5d6.
5. Okay. All right.
How much do you put in first before you?
Well, I don't see the result. God. So I've got 43 left. I'm gonna put 15 in.
Okay. All right.
Would you like for me to re-roll? I don't mind re-rolling. All right. Because I don't even know what I got anyways. Oh, that's one too many. There we go. Ah.
How many matched?
I have 2 pairs.
Yeah, no. So you, the same as before. They roll in, and you get clink, 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 and then you just see 2 laughing devil heads just go and burn up.
Edward, my good man, what? Are you quite all right?
Does Bardic Inspiration get him an extra dice?
I don't know if it works on the automated machines, but that's an interesting thought.
Yeah. Just losing at gambling.
Scouting the bar top, I see. You're manipulating these games so people don't recognize that you're in here undercover. What have you discovered?
Absolutely nothing besides these are rigged!
Watch your mouth. I look over to the dealer that's literally within feet of us.
Right there, yeah.
You see the dealer looks over for a moment and then looks back to the goblin bleeding out in front of him, and he's just like...
Rigged for a satisfying play experience. No, Edward, we need to be a little more serious about our intelligence gathering here. It is clear that there's a lot going on, but I have learned that I have an inn inside this location. And potentially, you've noticed as well, there's these small green cards hanging from all employees. I bet you that is their employee entrance cards. And if we can swipe one of those, we can swipe our way in.
Oh, is that what those are?
I would assume so.
I saw the green. Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong. And I dart another glance back at the dealer. Is he paying any attention at all?
So the
we can
dealer's
step away.
currently facing the table, and you see like it's increasingly getting bad for the goblin. As he kind of slumps over, his
we can step away.
Turns very pale.
We could go to these chairs.
Yeah, how about we start walking? Yeah, actually, better yet, let's start walking down the corridor past like the ferret races toward the bar.
Okay, yeah.
All right, I'll just have you move yourselves.
So, okay, well, we're gonna walk and talk, so I can't really do that.
I'll just have you move to where you're going to end up, destination-wise.
I know it. Screw it. Just pick him up.
So while we're walking there,
yes.
I don't know if you've noticed here, Edward, but if you look around, there are specifically strategically placed hints, motifs, if you will, to my literary works. It's very clear that not only is the proprietor and owner of this establishment a big fan of mine, but it's also quite obvious that he has quite a lot of money and a deep understanding of my literature. So I feel if I were to arrange a meeting, it is possible we could get unfettered access to the remainder of the bar for a remainder of our time here. It is also quite interesting that we may be able to utilize this business connection in the future. Did you happen to see the homicide?
The what?
The homicide.
Oh, yes.
Did you already forget a murder?
No, I just...
I don't know about your background.
I don't know how long it's been.
Who come from squalor are used to stepping over the limp corpses of people on the street, but in this case it was quite peculiar, wouldn't you agree?
A young lady got shot.
Yes, but that was not her only undoing. The shot were a mercy for the poison that was injected into her skin via dagger.
Oh,
did you see that as well? I'm sure you witnessed that as well.
He did press a dagger to her throat. Yeah. Yep.
Now, when you picked up and manipulated the corpse, did you notice anything weird about it?
I did not cross the river. No.
Well, so the murder had taken place already. Like you.
Oh no!
You just saw the corpse.
No, I totally saw it happen. Yeah.
And you applied your safety belt within the boat to restrain yourself from assisting this poor woman.
Oh, I was over at the wagon.
Off in time.
I was at the cart still. Way away.
And the cart door had closed and had sealed in a way that you cried out in an attempt to cease her suffering. But when trying to manipulate the door, you fell short before you could help this poor slain creature, right?
No.
Alfred visibly deflates.
Yeah. No.
I've missed Alfred.
No. Nope. I was talking to the driver, actually. I was like, hey, is anybody going to help her? He's like, I hope so. That was essentially it. Yep.
But neither of you thought maybe you'd be someone someday?
Nope.
I put my hand on his shoulder. Edward, you are capable of great things. You do not need to wait
I'm
until
capable
something
of-
tells you to jump in
I'm
action.
capable of surviving myself here. Okay?
Some days it is better to die a hero than
Listen,
survive a coward.
I could have died to that poison blade then.
Well, you got me there. Well, Edward, what is
Yeah,
your drink of
see?
choice now that we've
It's
arrived at the
caution.
bar?
It's caution.
Are you a drinking man, Edward?
Yes. Yes, I am.
What is your drink of choice? I'm sure they have many a good thing at this establishment. Barkeep! Hello!
Yes, sir.
Let's not get too heavy with it, though.
Hello. Can you give me a brief description of the art that is featured here behind this bar? It seems very interesting. It seems like the work of a literary and visual genius brought to life. Do you have any information upon that?
You see the staff member just go. So
He pulls up his coat so like the lapels are like slightly obscuring his face.
Sir, I'm fairly certain it is just a motif. It is just a reminder that life is fleeting for all of us.
Mayhaps it's deeper than that. It's possibly we're
No,
recognizing the potential that
I'm fairly certain it isn't, sir. We are a 9 hell themed casino. This seems fairly hellish. What more is there to think?
or maybe it's a better understanding of the hubris of one's nature to act beyond their capable skill, and mayhaps a wizard were to pay the ultimate price in a thrilling piece of literary masterpiece. Maybe.
Maybe. I just sling drinks. Is there something I can offer you?
Well, it is about time that you do what you do best and provide my friend here with a beverage.
And what will you be having, friend?
Forget what they had, because I know I had a drink already.
You knew that they just served a single beer at this bar.
Yeah.
And it is not fantastic. They serve it in like a little devil goblet. I can pull up the full description. Give me a
I think
second.
I remember it cost me like 2 of the like tokens. Yeah.
Yep. There he is.
The voice is off-putting, but the miniature that this barkeep has is hot.
Which one?
The barkeep.
Oh, I don't know which one. Wait, which one's the barkeep in your head?
Oh, we see
The one at the bar.
The chick in the red dress.
Oh,
Well, I
no,
think
you guys have
Steve's
the other
also talking
side.
Yeah, that's
this
guy.
guy.
Dude right here. Yeah.
Yeah, not.
Oh, he's on the wrong side.
Well, he was serving people over here.
Yeah, you know when you go to a bar and they walk around the bar to give you your drinks?
Well, no, to the chairs here, dude.
So
Yeah.
Clear.
Here, I'm gonna include him in the.
To be clear, let me be clear.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear.
purple skinned with horns and man hands is your type.
Man hands.
Look at those hands.
Yes.
They serve a beverage.
yeah.
It's a bitter ale called Brimstone Gulp. It's served in copper flagons embossed with prancing imps.
Also,
Sweet.
you know, those fingertips hang to the knee. Length of those on.
Hell yeah.
You do notice.
I just want uppies from a brutal muscle mummy.
We've discussed this already.
So you do notice there are other people who are getting cocktails, but it seems like they have mentioned a special password to the bartenders.
What's the special password?
You're not in the know, bro.
You can make a perception check to see if you pick it up.
Hell yeah, brother.
With
You know what?
disadvantage.
I want this too. I don't care. I'll take disadvantage. Let's try this. It's a perception of disadvantage. All right.
Yeah.
Roll with disadvantage. Roll.
But Jacob, can you summon your
10.
thing?
I got
That's-
3. Damn.
So.
Yes, it would take 10 minutes for me to do that, Alex. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So with a 3, you think the secret password was another Brimstone Gulp, please. With the 10, you're pretty sure the password is with a side of meat pie.
Okay. So I'm gonna give that a shot.
That does sound like something you would have wrote in one of your books.
My friend here will take a moderate cocktail with a side of meat pie.
Well, we don't have cocktails. We just have the Brimstone Gulp. And I can offer you some meat pie.
I will take the Brimstone Gulp.
Very well. And he goes back over, starts pouring from one of the taps that's located in the actual, Rocky motif.
Nice. Does it come out of the hand?
No, it actually comes out of the screaming mouth of the person trapped. And then he provides you with that little tankard. He just gives you that little flagon.
Nice. Thank you.
Oh, no, his penis is forever in the stone. Poor fucker.
Yeah, he is.
A tragic tale.
Yep. It's a literary reference to an experience that Alfred's player has actually had.
I remember that. That's a dark tale.
Yep. All right.
Unpack that off stream.
So,
Campaign's gone past.
Edward, my man, have you, other than what you've gathered at that slot machine, have you gathered any other intelligence about the clientele of this establishment?
Besides the goblins that we saw stabbing each other. Or sorry, one goblin being stabbed.
Why was there a goblin being stabbed?
It's their version of was it Three Dragon Ant?
Yes, it's their version of Three Dragon Ante.
Whoever loses the hand gets stabbed.
I bet my pal Carso would like this game.
I was about to say, you could almost hear Carson in the back of your head.
Wait. Hold on. We both need to picture this. So, would it be he loses the hand and then somebody picks up the knife in a hurry to stab him and then he just stares at him like, do it? And then they're just like...
Carson might do it for him.
And then they're like, you know what? I'm not stabbing the big man. And he's like, no. And then he stabs himself.
Rules.
It's the rules of the game.
You couldn't stab me hard enough anyway.
It'd be like the pine needle.
Oh,
Like one of the goblins.
Well,
goes to
Edward,
stop
I
Carson
believe
and the fucking blade breaks.
Flex. Oh, sorry, not this flex, but a Carson flex.
There you go.
Big one.
Flex.
All right. Well, Edward, I think mayhaps it better suit us to allow you to mingle amongst the clientele here, develop more intelligence. We'll meet up again later. I'm going to attempt to make contact with the proprietor of this fine establishment, and mayhaps we will gather both more information and more resources. I have an inn, you see.
Oh, you do? Yeah. He likes you. Yep.
Well, we've yet to see that, but he definitely appreciates literary greatness.
Nope. I've not read any of those books. Nope.
And it is to your dramatic loss. One day, when you
I
feel
guess it
desire
is,
to
yeah.
expand your
And then I
mind
just
and
walk away.
experience, you'll find.
all right. So Edward, where are you walking to and going?
I'm going to
back
walk
over to Tailspire.
Edward, not Alfred.
forward. Oh, I'm going to ask the same barkeep.
Okay.
Because I'm already talking to him.
Yeah. I'm just.
Edward, where are you going? So I know first, though.
Where am I going? Man. Is this like a? Oh no, that's closed off area.
Please,
I guess I'll just cross the bridge.
Okay.
Cross the bridge.
One of you two at some point tonight, please walk to the circus. I just have been dying to see.
I'm
this.
going to. I don't want to do it yet.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go over
Sometime
here.
tonight,
There we go.
'cause
See
I've been
me?
waiting for this thing for 2 months.
I do. All right.
I was like,
But
what?
he said he was gonna talk to the bartender. So
Yeah. Okay. So
me walking away.
you walk away and you notice the little as you kind of walk over. There's one guard in front of a gigantic statue. There's a small closed, like this area is weirdly thin and kind of rocky. You do notice there's more games like the ones you were playing over on the other side of the casino. You also notice it looks like there is a magic portal with flames kind of wreathing and writhing over here on this side to your left. There's not much else in your vision, though.
Wait, I can see that?
Yes, you can actually see that portal there that has the flames.
Dang. Do I recognize those? I mean, I already know this is an infernal place. Never mind, I don't know why I bother asking.
So, interestingly enough, you have several of that same variety at work.
Damn. All right, I'm going to note that one down.
Okay. All right, and then I'm going to move back over to Alfred and the barkeep. All right. Alfred?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Good sir. I have a question for you about an appointment.
All right, what can I do for you?
It appears I've been asked to grace the company of the proprietor of this establishment. Which direction would I head, and who must I speak to in order to establish this arrangement?
If you give me a name, I will notify him immediately.
I wrote it down.
He was asking.
Do you
for
have it
your
off the
name.
top of your head? Oh, I thought he said the owner's name. Sorry.
No. He does not lean towards you.
I thought you forgot your
He's
name.
been stabbed by the goblins before. He does not lean in.
I take out a piece of paper. I take my book and I put it on the table. And I point at the bottom where in calligraphy my signature sits.
Look, he gives you a look like, really, you're gonna make me? And then he just leans over, looks at the book, sees the book, reads the name, and goes, shrugs, and then goes, "All right, you wait right here, sir. I'll be right back." You see him walk out from behind the bar, and he goes behind you. You see him walk over to one of the doors. You see him take this little green card. You see him press it against one of the glowing effigies on the outside of the door. You hear "burn" as the door buzzes, and then he walks through the door. Also, I need to.
Do I see anything beyond the door? And he falls into the sea.
He disappears forever. You can make a quick perception check if you'd like.
Hell yeah, brother. See, I'm going for the shotgun approach on skill checks today.
Yeah. Get as many of them out there as you can. One of them will hit.
9.
No, you like the door opens and closes so fast that you see part of another stone hallway, but then the door closes immediately.
Hell yeah. That's the intel we were looking for, baby.
Meanwhile,
okay.
Yeah.
while he's kind of gone back, you see this other figure kind of approach you from the side of the bar.
Okay.
Why is it not? That's why, because I'm not on the DM screen. All right, you see him kind of walk over, and he holds his hand out, and he just goes, "I think I have seen you perform before."
That would be highly dependent on your desire to see the dark and twisted machinations of the greatest writer in horror fiction of all time.
So you are Alfred P. Wells, then?
I may know of him, yes.
Well, I heard you talking with your companion about the stone effigy behind us, and I happen to know that, I suspect strongly, rather, that the effigy behind us is related to one of Mr. Wells's stories.
Oh yes, the hubris of might and magic, and he wrote it when he was traveling across the lower portion of Faerun while looking and gazing beyond into the astral plane. Yeah, yes, quite genius piece of work, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Fascinating.
I actually, it was one of the few stories I had read prior to seeing him in Pleasant Meadows.
You were at the Pleasant Meadows show.
I was.
That is incredible. I reach out to shake his hand.
He shakes it like warmly and firmly.
That is a very warm show in my recollection. That it reminds me of my humble roots and just starting out when things were still so punk and scrappish.
Oh, it
I hadn't
should,
even
sir. It was a
developed
phenomenal
deeper
show.
set list. You know, I look back at that show with some admiration and remember how scrappy I was. Everything now in my sets are so polished and tight, rigid even, and I wish for those days to come back where the production was a little more indie.
Well, I'm sure you'll find your
But
way, sir.
alas, my greatness expands ever forward, and mayhaps I should look toward the next great pieces of performance art rather than those of the past. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Alfred P. Wells.
Hello, Alfred. Yes, again, I've seen you perform. I'm a wonderful fan.
And your name?
Oh,
sir?
no, sorry, completely escaped me. I was just, you know how it is. People get entranced. Theo Barleymout. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
What did you say, Theo?
Theo Barleymout.
Barley Mount?
Barley malt.
We all know that name.
Barley malt. Thank you.
Barley Malt.
What?
Do I recognize the name at all?
Make an intelligence check.
It was mentioned in your presence.
I remember.
Was it?
Yes.
I remember, but I'm not near you. So I didn't hear any of this.
That's why I asked, Jake. That's why I
Yep.
asked.
Yep. Oh no, Steve! I noticed when you moved that mini, I was like, I know who that is.
Wait a second.
Motherfuck. Yeah.
What do we end up with there, sport?
You said perception?
No, intelligence.
Intelligence, sorry.
You can slap a history there if you want.
I would prefer the history, but it's a little late on that one. I rolled already.
But you can't just add the modifier, like a big
No,
boy.
that's not how it works.
Yes, it
You
is.
can really just be like, hey, it's a +1. Boom, you got 4.
Yeah, what's
Done.
your plus, Jr?
2, so 4.
All right, yeah, no, 4 total. You have no recollection. You have no idea. Name does not ring a bell at all.
Well, Mr. Barleyman, what brings you to this establishment?
Oh, I'm just exploring. It's quite exciting, honestly. I've spent quite some time here, and well, it was just time for me to take some time and relax the nerves, so to speak.
So you have no plans other than to recoup and enjoy the wonderful views of masterworks of fiction that is displayed in this bar?
Well, there's a bake-off in a couple days, and I hope to attend that, but past that, no, I'm just here to relax, rejuvenate, and then...
Is that where I've heard your name? Are you known for cooking?
No. I come from a place that is very familiar with baking, but no, it's never been my specialty.
Do tell, I'm quite intrigued.
Well, how do we put this? I come from a land that consists largely and entirely of bakers. My father baked, my grandfather baked, my great-grandfather baked, and pretty much anyone I know for the majority of my early years of life bakes.
You see, I have actually recently made a close friend who also bakes. When is this event?
Oh, I believe it's in 3 days, sir. 3 days or 4.
Is it a closed competition? I bet you he would do a crackerjack job. He runs quite a established business.
Oh, I see. I don't believe it's closed.
Well, I'll have to tell him about it. It would be quite interesting to see him perform at his craft. Unfortunately, all I've been able to see him do is combat.
Oh.
It doesn't seem to suit him.
Well, just as baking doesn't suit me, I entirely understand.
He has a need to need.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, it has been an absolute pleasure. Mr. Wells, I don't want to take up any more of your time. It's been it's just been nice seeing you again, frankly. Do you have any plans?
Mayhaps.
Plans? Are you?
Mayhaps I do, actually. Is there, you're staying here, correct? Are you...
Oh no, not at all.
Staying at an inn in town?
Oh yes, I'm staying somewhere in town.
Well, whereabouts?
Make an insight check for me.
Ready. Why? Because I can't figure out who this fucking person is and everyone's losing their mind?
No.
How's a 23 sit?
23 lets you know whatever he's about to say to you is a direct lie.
Wow.
So he says, I'm staying at the Yellow Frond. The Yellow Vine. So, my mind. Celebrities.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And how long will you be staying there?
Oh, 2 weeks. Maybe 3.
Well, if I do have a show, I'm sure it will be heavily advertised, or mayhaps I will try to dip back into my roots and do a smaller, more cabaret-esque show. And that is a small audience with more thrills, more lace, but a little bit of danger.
It sounds equally frightening and sexy. It has been an absolute pleasure. All right, Mr. Wells, I am going to leave now because frankly, I'm getting too nervous for my own good.
Oh, well, go relax, enjoy yourself. Have a great night, Theo.
Thank you. Absolutely, Mr. Wells. Have a nice night. And you see him begin to walk away. Have him pop out this direction for a bit. I think he's probably gonna hit that and go. Boop, boop, boop. Cool. All right. So shortly after that, you hear the door behind you buzz really loudly. And you do see the tiefling from before return. And you see in tow behind him, there he is, a tiny gnomish figure dressed in full royal regalia, walk up to you.
Okay.
There we go. You see he has a little mustache and a little goatee. He's very short, and I mean, given that he's gnomish, you see the tiefling come next to you and go, "This is Mr. Wells, and Mr. Wells, this is Quentin Togglepocket." And you see him just kind of extend a hand and just go, "Quentin Togglepocket, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Oh, hello, Mr. Togglepocket. I am renowned author Alfred P. Wells, but I'm sure you know that.
Sir, you need no introduction in these halls. Alfred P. fucking Wells in my casino. This is crazy. Oh my god.
And what an establishment it is. You've done an excellent job. I really enjoy the motifs. Are there any others I have not seen?
Oh, absolutely. If you go into the spa, you'll love it. You'll love it. Go check it out. You'll see what I mean. This is fucking awesome, dude. I am blown away. So what can we thank to your presence here, Mr. Wells?
You see, I heard nothing but positive things about this place, and it appears that you have a number of events coming in this week, and I have some friends that I'm adventuring with, some media as a way to learn more about my art form. I observe and record and make stories based upon our adventures, you see. They have also taken interest in some of these events, and I had to see what type of venue would host such an interesting menagerie of upcoming events.
Well, I appreciate you taking interest in the afterlife. It's a little slice of heaven. After I got out of the whole 3 Dragon Ante game, I figured, you know what? Give back to the people who gave to me. You know what I mean? So, started this casino. It took years. It took a lot of wheeling and dealing, but we made it happen finally.
Rumor has you have disappeared, but here you are standing before me.
Oh, of course, I had to make a lot of deals to make this place come together. You know what I mean? Nothing good happens in the light of day. Am I right? Your words, not mine.
You are right. That's something I wrote myself, in fact. Is there a quiet place that you and I can speak to each other? Some information I'd like to share and develop a better understanding of you and the type of person you are. You seem to have great taste.
I mean, we can take a couple places. So if you want, we can go to the spa together. There's also the Red Room. We can head over to the Red Room. That's kind of nice.
Oh, Red Room sounds quite interesting.
Oh, absolutely. You're going to love it. It's for only the most exclusive VIPs here. Yeah, follow me. And you see him kind of gesture, and he begins making his way across the bridge. Near Edward at this point. Edward, are you still standing there, or have you kind of moved to other greener pastures?
Given how long it's been, I have definitely moved by now.
So where are you moving to?
I was gonna be like, I'm probably in the spa.
Okay. I will have you
right here.
So you're actually going to move out to the right over here first.
Yeah.
Over here by the fire. You're going to see there's a door there. There you go. Perfect. All right. So then these two are going to move further along out into the casino proper and then right into this little lounge here.
Okay. Do I recognize any of the people in the Red Room?
Let's see. So you do recognize two people. You recognize Liza Silvertongue. This is a very wealthy noble from God. Why is my brain completely shitting itself?
Waterdeep.
No, God. No, Lamplight. Sorry, I was hearing Claire bang something in the background. I was like, what the fuck? I realized she's hanging up the goddamn whatever.
You're good.
Anyway, no, from Lamplight.
Okay.
You know, no, you might not know that. You just know she's a noble. I'll say that. You know she's very wealthy and very influential in the town of Lamplight.
Okay.
The other person you recognize is Rythel Iyer.
Okay.
And Rythel is also a member of how do I put this? Rythel is another entertainer you're familiar with. Different guilds, though. You know that Rythel is probably involved with the circus. Rythel is a renowned and famed owl bear tamer.
Ah. Have we met before?
You have not met Rythel. Just familiar of the name.
Okay.
Who are the two tiger tamers in Vegas?
Siegfried and Roy.
Thank you. It's on that same level of Siegfried and Roy. That's what this guy is to this world.
So she's missing a limb?
He is not missing a limb. but he has been mauled by owlbears. You do know that at least twice, on two separate occasions, you've heard stories of Rythel getting purely just dragged down by an owlbear.
If you hootie flinches.
Yeah. Yes. But those are the two other people you see in this room.
Since I don't know which one of those in real life got the tiger claws, I said the Siegfried and or Roy of this realm.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So you pull the chair.
Yep. Wow, this is quite the room. I recognize some quite important faces in here already.
Oh, do you? All right. Well, I'm glad to see you. You also rubbing elbows with the influential and powerful.
Hey, like to keep myself humble and believe that I'm an entertainer of the common man, but occasionally, greater, more prominent men also find the work of my developed intellect to be genius, as it is. And it's interesting to see what those people do. Much like yourself, you've done a wonderful job at displaying the intent of my work in a place that otherwise is only reflective of the Nine Hells, which, let's face it, isn't anywhere near as scary as an Alfred P. Wells story.
You'd be surprised, I think, with my well, I've said too much anyway. So you got anything coming up, Mr. Wells, or what's going on? I mean, I could gush for days. I'm reeling it in. You know what I mean?
Feel free to gush. I would love to discuss any topic you have. You clearly are a man of status, and you've quite an interesting story yourself. Especially in relation to your understanding of the Nine Hells. This is quite an elaborate production you've arranged here.
The moment you mentioned, please go on, he unloads about an hour's worth of, did you mean this when you put this? Did you, is this a metaphor? Is this a callback? Is this just about an hour's worth of those?
I confirm or deny about half of them.
With honesty, or with just
middling honesty.
Okay, all right. Sounds good. Okay, so after
I think
an
it's
hour,
important to keep mystery.
he just unloads most things. I think I have a better appreciation for what you do, Mr. Wells. Not that I didn't already before, but frankly, calling me impressed.
Well, you see, I am in town as of right now with, like I was saying, an adventuring party. And while we are seeing quite an incredible amount of new and visceral entertainment pieces that I've now scored into literature, I would really like to be able to test some of these out, possibly on a small stage or in an avant-garde manner. Unfortunately, we have yet to find a venue that is willing to entertain such an incredible and brave new media style as to maybe sometimes use unexpected or unsuspecting audiences to view something so powerful and raw and macabre as the great works that I'm producing.
Mr. Wells, say no more. If you here in about 10 days, I can book you for a month. What do you think?
Well, you see, that is quite interesting because I hear you're hosting a number of events here.
Oh, I am. Absolutely. And if I'm kind of locked into the current schedule, but if you're willing, and I know it's Mr. Wells and kind of holding you up is a big deal. Listen, if you are amiable, what we can do is 2 10 days. So we'll do, 2 weeks worth of shows, and I will pay you, I don't know, what you're going right nowadays, 5,000 gold a show?
I will, for you and for the art, take a cut and pay for my usual rate, and I would settle for 5,000 gold.
Done. Tell you what, I'll have one of the guys draft up a contract. You sign the contract, and for, let's see, so 10 days out, we'll start your 2 10 days.
100,000 gold.
Well, I believe I'll have material ready by then. You see, the events that's coming up, though, I wished to discuss some... God, that's a lot of gold. To discuss some possibilities.
Oh, yeah, no, shoot, go ahead. What are you thinking?
Well, you see, as one great auteur does on his travels, I've collected an interesting cavalcade of talented and interesting freak members. And these members, oddly enough, would be quite interesting to see in some of these events. I hear that they are competitive in nature.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got a couple that might line up for that. So, yeah, I think we can make that. I mean, so long as they got a ticket to come in, then there's nothing stopping them from participating. The only one you'd have to finagle a bit would be the 3 Dragon Andy tournament, but I'm sure we could slip
Well,
a
that's
couple people in.
understandable. That's understandable. You see, the problem that we're having is that your establishment is so fine, so exquisite and renowned, that even getting tickets to get in has become quite sparse. And of my 3 other compatriots, we've only managed to get enough for one evening. In fact, I'm embarrassed to even say it, but the only reason I was able to come in today was because of your gracious hand.
You didn't get a ticket, Mr. Wells?
I received one ticket, but one of the party members I had, he's a big fan. He's a large man. He's capable of quite a great amount of violence. He heard about something as interesting as a themed event and pub house that has the 9 hells as its premise, and I couldn't let him not go, especially after hearing that some of my works were referenced in it, and he's a gigantic fan of my works. I couldn't do anything but sacrifice my ticket to him.
Oh, I see. Well, tell you what. So I won't be able to get your friends in, but I can at least guarantee you a night every night.
Well, that is spectacular. That I can't thank you enough. Quentin, you really are like you're an extraordinary individual. I would be quite blessed to be able to pick your brain greater.
Oh, certainly. Not a problem. However, it has been about an hour and a half, and I do have a lot of work to get to. Well, this has been a pleasure. What's the best way to reach out to you for that contract? We'll just get that all drafted up, and then we'll send it over your way.
Oh, Marty, my agent. He takes calls at all given times. I will give you his summoning stone information.
That'll work. Perfect. You see him kind of clasp your hand real quick, and he goes, Mr. Wells, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to our future business dealings. If there's anything else you need, please ask. I am a very busy man, unfortunately, so I might have to clear my schedule. Tonight, though, I can gladly free up an hour and a half for you. Not a problem.
I do have one question for you, and it has benefited me greatly being here to witness it, but I think it's something that I'd like to run by you to get your take, given that you've now accessed yourself as a great noble of the area.
Oh, certainly. Go ahead.
Are you folks having a bit of a Nazi problem?
With that, we're going to pause there, and we're going to shift back over.
You hear the record fucking...
You're going to pull over to...
You're probably wondering how I got here. Yup, that's me.
All right, I'm going to shift over and move boards real quick, because we're going to go back to Karsa and Simul. And I need to pull up that map. And I can stop the casino music in my head. It seems weirdly out of place for what we're about to do.
Spotify, play the Donkey Kong theme song.
Send me the link to the next atmosphere you were gonna do.
I'm just gonna play the one in Tailspire because I feel like that's gonna help everyone.
Oh, there's one. You can play music in Tailspire?
Yeah. Tailspire has its own music that you can use, but it's not great. So, well, for what we're doing, this will work out. All right, so I need to put in. Let's see. As the list of NPCs has grown, there we go. Karsa, and now I can put in shifted Simul. And then I need all right. Where are you?
This is going to be interesting.
Is it?
I don't know what to do with my hands. Nervous.
Put them around his fucking neck.
I'm nervous.
I'm gonna slice. I'm gonna dice.
He's going to pay the price.
This might be the end of our characters.
Yeah.
Player permission. Honor void. Perfect. I just need to change the atmosphere.
And you're pulling up the battle music, right? Because
Yes, I am.
I'm keeping the casino music going, man.
I'm still in the casino. I don't hear any music, but I'm guessing you know that.
Correct. I'm making the other map right now. I need to change sound settings too, so I can hear that.
I don't like the expression on Chiara's face.
I think that's just his face.
I'm trying to find a very specific song.
Okay. It was super intense. I was like, whoa.
That's the I'm listening to your story on the very obvious side of the domestic face.
Yeah.
I just hear Strahd Castle music in my head right now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What's up?
Whoa. Whiplash.
Oh, I forgot to.
I mean,
Oh my God.
I'm listening to jazz right now, so Whiplash is a good reference there.
That is a good reference.
Boy, it's darker than it was.
Yeah, where'd the sun go? We needed that for this.
No, you didn't.
There we go. Okay.
There you go.
Karsa and Simul. You are currently leaning. So you see in front of you, laying on the ground, not moving at all, is this vampiric form of a well-dressed noble who is clearly panting. But you also see, as you're talking to him, wounds across his face are stitching themselves back up with symbiote black ink crawling across his face.
Okay. Can we pick it up directly where we left off?
Yes. Your last words were, "Give me one reason."
Okay. And he said,
"Because my name is Count Strahd von Varovich, and I am the ruler of Barovia."
and with things being very tense beforehand, never heard of you. Karsa, hit it.
My sword comes down.
Okay. All right. Make an attack roll. You're going to get a surprise round, and then we're going to throw initiative.
Hey, Steven, is he prone?
He is currently prone.
I don't.
Is that an advantage, sir?
Steven, do I need to re-rage, or is my rage still up?
Rage will still be up.
Okay.
Is it advantage? And does he have flanking?
A 18 with advantage.
Uh,
He's prone.
I don't. Are you actually behind him, or are you right next to each other?
But also, you would have advantage because he's prone.
He's prone.
Oh, certainly. I just didn't know if you want to add the flanking, but that's why I was like,
We can.
it's up. That's what I'm asking you guys. Is did you want to do that? Did you not?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're, it's tactically smart if he walks around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay,
who's where?
A 20 then.
Okay, all right.
I moved my character.
All right, 20 does hit.
Do I get a surprise attack?
That's what this
It's
is.
my
So this
special
is
ability. You hit a creature that has not taken a turn yet in the current
correct.
combat
Yes, you
attack
do
roll.
actually get that. Yes,
Okay.
Oh yeah, brother.
this is
There's
a
a great
separate
sword
combat
damage.
from the previous one.
There's 12, but I have to add a. How do I do this again? 2d6. You have to. There you go. I forgot how to do that. Okay. Plus 3 more, plus 2 more for my rage. So 17 damage.
17 damage. Okay. You're swinging the sword, right?
Correct.
So you swing this massive sword down, and he puts his hand up to block it, and you see the blade slice in between the fingers and get caught right to the wrist. And he just growls and grimaces, and then begins moving the blade upwards and back.
Do I also get an attack? Surprise attack?
Yes, you do.
Okay. First of all, I cast Hex
Okay.
as a bonus action.
Okay. Change it to battle music.
I'm telling you, I put the perfect song on here.
Oh, there's a 2d6 button under surprise attack if I scroll all the way down to other.
That's not
Okay,
good
okay.
music.
That's good to
For
know.
future reference. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We're learning.
Wait,
We're
so
learning.
if I cast Hex, do I do damage right away, or is it after I make a hit?
I think it's after you do a hit. Hex gives you
Okay.
extra damage.
Okay. So, I got a 22 to hit,
Oh, fuck. 22 hits.
and for damage, that is 7 plus the Hex will be plus 2, so 9 damage. And I Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Do some quick math. I forgot to pull up the calculator first. All right.
It's all you need to know is that Samuel's number was bigger than the HP left. That's all that matters.
I don't think it was.
Barrel stop. But no, not that close.
Okay. All right. So you Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and where did you aim? Also, did you do the disadvantage on that because it's a ranged and he's within 5 feet?
Disadvantage on attack roll.
Correct.
13.
A 13 does not hit.
Well, yeah, okay. I was gonna say
What did we agree on the flanking
yeah.
plus as?
+2.
A
15,
15
I guess.
is a contest now.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, well, we know the contest, I guess.
Yeah. So I'll have you roll your d20.
Just straight D20.
Yep.
Oh, please don't fuck me.
What happens if it's a tie? Is it another contest?
14.
A tie is a contest, and if it's another tie, you get extra damage essentially for whoever wins or loses.
Okay, so that's a 14 for my contest.
16.
Oh.
So, you go to blast, and you see him take Karsa's sword and begin pushing himself backwards with it. So the spot that you blast at, he moves away from. Essentially, he uses the sword as a fulcrum to push himself away from the ground where you've blasted. And you see this big blast of foliage and dirt splay up from the ground and kind of hit you in the face. But you miss the vampire entirely. I'm gonna have everyone roll initiative now.
Okay. Oh,
Both
joy.
of you.
I got
Or
a
do Jake and I
crit
have
for
to?
initiative.
Oh, damn, dude.
Oh, God damn it.
I got an 8.
Okay. So let's do combat. And I need to erase these. All right, and then okay. Who is Cars got an 8, and then Samuel, what did
crit.
you roll?
A crit for my
Oh fuck.
initiative.
All right, so it's gonna be Samuel, Karsa, Vampire. All right, Samuel, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to inflict wounds.
Okay.
So that's a 19 plus 5.
To hit?
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, that hits.
oh, and you get flanking and advantage because he's prone.
Yeah, because it's a melee attack.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm. And I will roll points for damage, which
Dude,
is
roll your other d20. You might get.
Yeah,
might get-
crit.
You might crit.
okay. Well, first of all, I got 20 for damage. Yeah, no, that one did not work. So I got 20 for inflict wounds, and then plus my hex.
Yep.
Plus 3, so 23 damage.
All right. And then what does your inflict wounds look like? Can you describe it for me while I do the math?
Reach out, and like tendrils go out and into an open wound and just like spiral out.
So you
and
start
then pull
literally
back in.
unpulling the wounds that are stitching themselves together. And you see him cough and sputter and growl. That brings us up to Carson. Are you all done with your turn, Samuel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna jerk that sword right back out of his hand,
Okay.
flip it, and stab down into him, trying to pierce him in his heart into the ground.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Jared picked his head up. Huh? Oh.
I'm just gonna jerk him.
Oh. That's why he picked his head up. He was like, oh.
A 15 plus 2 for flanking 17.
17 does hit.
Yeah. And that will be a 13 plus 2 for rage is 15.
15 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Derek,
Fuck.
how many times per combat can you do the sneak attack? Is it once?
Oh, that surprise! It has to be before they like take.
Before it's
They
like
haven't.
assassination.
They still haven't taken a turn.
Oh,
They have not.
Hey,
if you hit a creature that has
the
not.
lawyer's
taken a
in the
turn yet
house.
current
The lawyer's in
combat,
the house.
He's right.
You-
He still hasn't
Oh
taken
my
a
God.
turn.
That becomes 24 then instead of plus 9 more damage for 24.
Oh,
Wait, I thought it was
pancake.
23
Derek,
total.
Derek,
Oh no.
Derek,
Uh,
I got
I
you,
had-
No,
buddy.
you're right. You're
I had
right.
a 15.
Yep,
That
it's
was
plus
24.
9. Fuck.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. God damn it. As you kind of
Strahd
stab
didn't know
the
he was
blade
running
down,
into the car.
you see the lights go out for 1 second. Like for 1 minute, you stop his heart. And it is now his turn. You
Does
see
he have lair actions here?
No, he does not.
Okay.
No, you're safe there.
Okay.
However, you do see the wound. All of his wounds stitch themselves together very quickly, and you hear him whisper something to himself. And you see his eyes flash this piercing green, and you see the green rock through the black tendrils, and you see the tendrils begin stitching even faster. I will say, since you actually like kind of pinned him down with a sword, I'm going to say he's grappled. So he's going to make a strength check to see if he can come unprone from you.
Oh.
Is that a contested or?
Yes,
or-
correct.
Okay. So you want me to roll a strength check,
Yes.
which I have advantage on strength checks and saving throws
Yes.
while I rage.
Yep. You still have your advantage.
Straight strength.
Strength athletics for you if you'd like.
Same thing. Okay. Oh, that would be a
Whoa.
24.
With
A
the
natural
24,
19.
he starts pulling the blade out. You see him
Bitch.
fully remove the blade.
Oh my god.
I need you to make a strength check to see if you can keep it in your hands before he disarms you.
Okay. Is there a toggle button for advantage?
Yes, there is. You
Oh,
right
it's like
click
a
it.
right click. Thank you. Yeah. Natural 20 for 25.
The nat 20 actually stops him. It's just enough. So you see him go to like bat it out of your hands, but you with this iron grip of practice focused of a warrior, you clamp down on that blade, and he slams his hand against it. The material the blade is made out of does not falter. It is just this loud boom, and you feel foliage just begin to like blow outwards just from the force of the blow. and you see him hiss and growl at you, and he makes an attack at you.
Oh, that was a natural 20 and a natural 19 were the rolls.
Oh my god. All right. He's going to make a swing.
All right.
That's going to sting. All right.
It's going to be a gnarly number.
This is a 13 hit.
Miss 15.
Oh my god. So you see him frustrated and angry, swing out, lash another claw at you, and you parry it away with your blade. Karsa is in full battle combat mode. There is nothing but, like, you hear the sound of blood drumming in your ears, and it's almost like time slows for a minute. Even though he is preternaturally fast, he swings a hand down, and you bat it aside with enough force that, again, foliage blows outwards. You feel every single, like, every time they collide, there is a palpable displacement of air in the area around you. It's like watching two titans fight.
Pretty cool.
That brings us up to Simul's turn.
Oh my lord.
I'm gonna have him stand back up too. All right.
And
guess
him, wizard.
I guess since I'm still within 5 feet of him, gonna swing with the sickle, the Icar sickle, whatever.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Yeah, my Icar sickle.
Hey, Steven, did he get up?
He did get up. He is no longer
That
prone.
needs, by the way, in a D&D like game pub, that needs to be the flavor of ice cream. Icar sickle.
Icar sickle.
Icar sickle? Nice. Very nice. I like.
So do we still get a +2 for flanking?
You still get the +2 for flanking. No more advantage.
Fuck. Well, I rolled a 13 with a +2.
That is a contest.
Okay, thought so. I couldn't remember. Please don't fuck me. 14?
14 does hit. You beat him in the contest. He rolled an 11.
Awesome. I do a whopping 3 damage. Oh, plus
Your hex.
Be a 6.
4.
Wait, that's
Wait,
with
plus
your
4.
hex?
I mean, yeah, +4. Sorry.
So 3 plus 4 is 7.
3 plus 4, 7. Sorry, I
Okay.
couldn't remember what my prior was.
That's okay.
Nervous.
It's just Strahd. Calm down.
Yeah, don't be such a wuss. Okay. And you were just
So I hit him from the back.
Okay,
Like trying to cleave into the side of the neck. Or
Got it.
something.
So you swing at him, and you see the blade makes maybe a quarter of an inch of purchase into his flesh before the Icar begins trying to push it out. And anything else on your turn?
I don't think so. Yeah, no.
All right.
Not right now.
Karsa, it's your turn.
Karsa's gonna take his blade, feint like he's coming up from the bottom left, whip around and try and cleave him in half against the tree.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Yes. 24.
24 hits.
And that'll be fuck. 4 plus 2 is 6 damage.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
What?
no, that's all I can do. Yeah. 6,
okay.
6
So you swing and you manage to hit him against the tree, but you notice in the same way that Simul does is that the symbiote inside is actively creating like this other layer across his skin that is stronger than your blade. It is pushing the blade out.
All right, then as I do it, I'll snarl at him, be like, "Is there a reason you tried to kill me?" And that's my turn.
Okay. He like actively like now trying to push the blade out of him is going to make another strength to try and disarm you.
Okay. So athletics with advantage is an 18.
That is not enough. So you see him as he grabs the blade, hissing, throws the blade across. I'm going to say it lands. It's not too far. It's within 15 feet. But it is 15 feet behind you.
Yep.
And you see him growl, and he just goes, I've slain many adventurers. You will not be the first. We could have ended this amicably. But no. Now you're going to die like Freya. And like Tygella. And like Lemonor. You're going to die like all those who have faced me before.
And if you die, I won't remember your name.
You're going to... All right, so he's going to attack.
That's some mad shit talking right there.
All right.
If we manage to make it out of this, no one's gonna fucking believe it.
Already don't.
That is a 26 to hit.
Well, that probably hits. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. All right. So he is going to slash you. He's essentially going to rake you with his nails. He's going to grab you by the throat and stick two very long slashing claws into your neck.
Yeah, everyone tries that.
16 points of damage.
Okay, and then it's piercing, so I take half.
It is necrotic.
Necrotic, so I take all of it.
Yes.
Fuck. Well, that's real bad.
And you are currently grappled. And as he's like sinking his fingers into your throat, he goes, "What was that about my name?" That brings us to Simul.
I'm gonna spit blood in his face.
Oh god.
You see him lick
He
his
eats
face.
that.
Welcome to the world of bugberries.
Hope you like having an itchy tongue, fucker.
So I don't know how this works because I haven't used it before. But it's my celestial revelation, which is my necrotic consumption. While transformed, I shed a bright light in 10 feet radius, and then dim light for another 10 feet. In addition, once of each of my turns, I can deal an extra 2 radiant damage to one target when I deal damage to it with an attack or a spell. At the end of the turn, each creature within 10 feet takes 2 radiant damage.
Okay. Does that just activate? Is there a saving throw? Is there a...
It doesn't
What's it say? Just so I know specifically what it says. Just read the whole ability out.
No, that was it. That was everything.
Now, could you reread it so I know what you said?
Oh, God. Can I just send you the whole bunch?
Yes. Just send it over Discord real quick.
Okay.
Just put it in the Dungeons & Dragons chat.
So we can all see it.
Yeah.
Criticize you if you're wrong.
There you go.
Well, that's all right. That'll work too. Oh, fuck. All right. Yep.
So it seems like it just activates.
It does.
And it lasts for a minute.
Nutsacks. Okay.
So I start glowing light out through the black ichor that consumes me.
What color do you start glowing?
I think it'd be awesome if it was just a pure white light
Okay. Absolutely. You see
through the black.
this shining, pure white light glowing out through the black. Where is... Let's see if I can... Nah, it wouldn't let me do it. That'll work, though. Oh, wait. Can I illuminate you? Yeah, I can. I'll just enable torch.
Dude, I thought you sent Carson to his death. Now I'm like, wait, you have anti-vampire shit specifically? Yeah, bruh.
Okay, let me move the camera back to you guys. All right, so you begin glowing with this. So as the vampire is sinking its claws into Karsa's throat, behind it, this divine light of just begins ripping and glowing through the forest, and you see the back clothing of the vampire erupt into flames, and it begins shrieking and howling. I need to make a roll really quickly. Fuck. All right.
For role playing aesthetic, I talk to the creature inside me and say, "We need to do something now." And this is what he pulls out.
We already are.
And you see the light get even more voluminously bright. And you see for a moment, Karsa, this creature that a moment ago was so confident that it was going to put you into the dirt erupts into fear. And you see its eyes begin twitching and like dancing and looking for an escape route immediately.
Nearly every enemy I've ever fought had that exact transformation of looks.
That tracks. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Samuel?
If I could, I would like to make an attack.
Okay.
With my sickle again.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit.
Dope.
And then a +4 for my damage. And then for my hex, a +3, so that's 7. And then the +2 because I hit with the necrotics, or with the radiant shit. And then at the end of my turn, it gets another 2 radiant damage.
Fuck. Okay. You sink this glowing blade into the, almost hitting the spine of this creature. And you hear it screaming and howling, and it is now trying to break away from the grapple it has on Karsa. Karsa, are you letting it break the grapple?
I'm not trapped here with him.
So you, with 2 gigantic hands, grip on to the vampire's forearms and just hold him. And you see him trying to thrash and scream and get away.
Spit more blood. Do it.
My next attack is a headbutt. Yeah.
Karsa, it is
And
your turn.
elbows.
Yep.
There's a reason why they're illegal.
Yeah, I'm gonna take those hands. I'm gonna try and pull him past and just headbutt into his nose.
Make an attack roll.
An unarmed strike is 14 plus 2 for flanking is a 16.
16 hits.
Aha. Unfortunately, unarmed strike only does 4 damage, but rage adds 2 for 6 damage.
God.
But it looks cool.
You smash in this creature's nose, and you feel the cartilage go right into the head.
And then I'm gonna try to maintain the grapple.
Okay. All right, you do
I'm trying to
so.
hold him facing me so that his back is constantly exposed to Samuel.
You see Samuel, the neck of the creature, do a full 180. It snaps its own neck to look at you. While it is like claws deep into Karsa's neck, he goes, "I remember that light. No, this is not the world where I slayed that party. This is not the world where I killed Lemonor. This is not the world where I enslaved all of them. No, no, no. I remember this. This is the light. I remember that, Eladrin. I remember the light are Finn." And you may make your attack roll if you'd like.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
You can get the dice around that boner.
Oh god. What does light as a cantrip do to vampires?
Traditionally nothing.
Okay.
Don't cantrip him. Fuck him up.
No can't rip him.
What's your
Just an
biggest
insult
load?
to die
Blow
to a
into
kid
him.
with this Eldritch Blast.
Typically, my Eldritch
yeah.
Blast.
Cast pancake
but-
on him.
Cast pancake. Well,
Pancake,
Eldritch Blast,
alright.
but I take disadvantage because I'm so close still.
Oh.
So I guess I'll just hit with a sickle again.
Okay.
Some radiant damage and necrotic damage.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Is your hex still going, or is that gone?
You know, my hex still goes.
Dang.
16 to hit,
I have to draw
16
one.
hits.
and then +3 for attack, +2 for radiant. Hex. Might as well say +4 for radiant. And then hex is a 2.
What's the total?
Was 3 + 4 + 2. 7, 8, 9 damage. Oh my god. As I whip out my scythe.
Pancake.
Pancake!
So
What happens,
oh,
Alex?
God. As the light shines from me and I bring back the sickle, I cleave it across his neck and say, "You never asked our names, did you? We are one." And I like fucking
You see for a brief second a second shadowy face cross yours. You also need to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
all right. Wisdom saving throw.
This is the second time, right?
14.
All right, let's see.
I think so, yeah.
Oh shit! I killed one of these.
That is a 16.
Okay.
Oh.
And you hear inside,
We will all be one.
and it begins trying to consume
Oh no.
the symbiote inside Strahd. Samuel, do you look distressed?
Yeah.
Karsa, you know Simuel is no longer in control. You see right now that shadowy lair is clearly trying to do something to the other symbiote.
I will say, as like the head slumps, do you say it got cut off?
Yeah, cleave the whole head off.
Yeah.
As like it starts to leech, I'm still holding the body. Say, enough, parasite, and I'll take one hand onto Simuel's chest, and I'll just lift and like throw him 5 or 10 feet, while I hold, and I'll take my other hand holding Strahd's body and put it on the other side of me to create distance, and like kind of be like one hand on each side.
Make a strength athletics check.
Also, Karsa, you see Samuel's face go from like super fucking hype to just like absolutely terrified.
All right.
And then the ichor closes over.
That's going to be a 20.
Do I have to roll, or would you have to roll for the symbiote?
I did roll for the symbiote.
Okay.
You managed to push him backwards, and you see the symbiote just go,
No!
as you shove him forward backwards into one of the trees. Both Simuel and the parasite hits the tree, and you see the body in front of you just slumps over, and you see the symbiote begin to evaporate away.
Okay. And I'll look back towards Simuel and be like, right now I need Simuel, not you.
Samuel, we want more. We need more.
Am I out right now?
Oh.
It is currently talking to you. You notice the damage you took hitting the tree is enough to bring you back 50-50.
Okay.
All right, Carson, start beating him up.
Oh, I'm just holding. Well, that symbiote you said is like Is it gone?
This one is the one in Strahd is clearly starting to evaporate.
Yeah, I'm
Simul
holding
is a
on.
good 10 feet away.
I'm
Now,
just holding the
I am
distance.
still glowing at this point, correct?
Yes.
Would that make it evaporate quicker?
No.
Oh, okay.
I simply say to the Simasite, I say I don't repeat myself, and I'm holding them apart.
I'm not talking to you.
And for the first time, you hear that voice.
Oh shit.
This is between me and Simul.
I slowly start. I don't take my eyes off Samuel's body, and I start walking back, holding Strahd's body, slowly walking backwards the 15 feet till I can get to my blade.
Simul, he's getting away. He's getting away.
How much damage did I take from the tree, by the way?
About 5 points.
Okay. That's fair. So he's talking to me by saying he's getting away?
Yes.
So it's 15 feet, you said, to my sword.
Correct, yes.
For me, it's like 3 steps. So I'm going to start slowly walking back those 3 steps. And then you probably see me slowly trying to reach back to grab it.
Look, if you want to figure this out, this is not the way.
What do you mean, figure this out? We
Figure out
want
what you are.
power.
We want to find out what happened, and I'd like to keep my humanity to some extent. Please, I'm begging you. I saved you, you saved me. We're in this together.
Make a persuasion check.
And can I ask how much of this is out loud?
You can
all of it.
only currently hear Simul talking.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't hear the. So I heard the symbiote once, but that was it.
Correct. Well, only when it directed you and like focused entirely on you.
Okay.
But was that out loud through Samuel's mouth?
That was out loud, and you still heard that like gross, like warble to it.
Persuasion was a 21.
Fine. You're right. I will. Do as you will.
Thank you. And then the light like fades from me.
Fades,
I turn
and you
off
feel
my-
the presence retract, where you are now back to the original arrangement of 5149.
Okay.
All right.
I'm beat.
I'm gonna hold my weapon up towards Samuel, with the body of Strahd still in my other hand. I'm just watching you.
I am in a sweat. I am just laying there, just looking up at the sky, and just look over to Karsa and be like, "We're good for now. We're good." And I thank the creature inside.
I slowly put the sword back on my back, but you see, I keep a close eye on Samuel.
Okay.
And to Samuel, you'll notice it's just like it's an obvious like one eye's not leaving you. Yeah.
Oh no, I completely understand. Please don't. Just wait.
Wow, if that's the jungle, we got nothing to worry about. Like, that's what awaits us in the jungle. We're fine. Yeah.
We killed a vampire lord.
That's the second time.
This time it was with 2 people.
Yep, this time it was with 2 people.
After a few moments of that, I'll put the sword back and I'll take the body and hold it up in front of me and just start going through its pockets and dumping everything out.
All right, sounds good. Let's see.
I stay away from the body until the ichor is completely gone.
By the time Kars actually starts going through the body, the ichor is largely gone.
Okay.
Okay, so let me just pull up.
I'm gonna have to have a talk later.
Bad.
Bonk,
Squirt yourself in the
doing?
face with a water bottle.
Yeah, the one eye that's its eye, really.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to like shame it in any way. I want to work together with it. Like I don't want it to become like I own you.
All right. Damn.
I just
Okay.
like the song I put in there for you.
All right. So you find a lot of that jewelry as you're kind of like pulling a lot of it off the body. You do see there is about 500 gold pieces worth of jewelry on this body. You do also find several items. Let's see. Do I want to describe? I'm trying to decide if I need you to like actually investigate these or if I need like
Real quick, how much gold was it? Sorry.
500.
About 1/10 of a Alfred show.
Or are you charging for your shows now?
Oh, I don't think he was here for that.
I was
Strahd
not.
couldn't afford a fucking 10th of a night with Alfred.
Yeah.
Nice.
He could
Well,
pay for-
not with pocket change.
Strahd could pay you for like 5 jokes.
That's just for this jewelry. That's just for this jewelry.
And I don't
That's
even
it.
tell jokes.
Yeah.
He'd get a fucking tight 5 stand-up set for me instead of my actual show.
Are you pulling in like 100 per stanza at this rate? Like fuck me.
Well, so you also know, I will say, Alfred, that is way higher than
I
any
know,
offer you've ever gotten. Like, that's insane.
Hey, didn't we all see me character act? Didn't we
No,
all
I
see
didn't.
me have a reaction to the...
All right. I deserve that.
So Alfred is getting paid handsomely,
Damn.
hopefully for playing 2 weeks of a show.
That's per show, pal.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah, per show. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sweet. So did you get passes for them to go to their competitions?
Yep.
Nice.
No. I thought it was.
Yeah,
entrance
there's
for
tickets
you
enough for
night.
every one of you. We're just going to split up. I don't have to go in with you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I can get in every time and gather that sweet intelligence.
So you're going to want to write this down because there's quite a bit.
Okay,
All right, Derek.
You notice 3 potions of greater healing.
Oh shit! You could use that. We could have been fucked.
Yeah, ready?
Okay. You also find what's it called? You find a long rapier. There is. You see this little bottle that is filled with like gelatinous oil that has these tiny, ultra thin silver shards.
Gelatinous fluid and filled with tiny shards. Small bottle filled with gelatinous fluid and filled with tiny shards.
Yeah. You find a magic wand.
Ooh.
You find 2 thick books.
Excuse?
The
And
rapier got my attention.
what is?
Raper.
Whoa.
Okay. And then you see that Strahd himself, underneath all of the formal regalia, is wearing mithril scale mail.
Oh my lord!
When the DM jumps to sharpen the magic items like 7 games in.
Now is mithril heavy?
No,
It's
mithril is
light.
incredibly light.
It's super
Super
duper light, but it has the defense of something crazy heavy. That's the point of mithril.
And also,
It's a
if
legendary
if
item.
armor was going to give you disadvantage, it no longer does.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
stealth. Yep.
It's like chainmail without disadvantage, if I remember. Is like
Yeah.
roughly the concept. There's a difference between chain shirt and chain mail, and I think
Yes.
this is a scale mail replica.
Yeah,
so
it's scale.
look,
It's scale. Yeah.
look at scale mail stats and then take off disadvantage
Yes.
and take away the strength requirements.
Yes.
Shit.
Not that it affects cores.
Yeah, so if you
Cards
had a
doesn't
strength
care.
requirement for scale mail, it doesn't now. Something like that.
You do also know that he is wearing that elaborate cloak on the back.
I'm gonna put that on the list. It's because I'm taking that
Okay.
Yeah, it's a trophy.
elaborate cloak.
Okay.
It's a target trophy.
It's a cloak of billowing. You never got a chance to use it.
I hope you're ready for your blade arc.
Carried by. Karsa.
Are we gonna split this?
Well, for now, Karsa's just holding all of it.
For now, only 2 people know about it.
There you go.
Because someone squishy could probably use some scale mail or some chain mail.
Fuck
but
off, loser.
If
Nope.
you did ask for it, Karsa would immediately hand it to you. Just it doesn't fit me.
I'll ask for it.
Oh yeah, as I pull it off of Strahd, and to look at the body underneath, and you want it, I just toss it at you. I don't even think twice.
Sick.
All right. You have.
Give
Let
me
me just
2
pull up
everywhere.
mithril scale mail. I can send that to
It's a
you.
mule.
Oh fuck yeah. We almost died.
You almost
Did you?
died.
Did you?
Yeah. If
Dang.
we hadn't got so lucky to just keep nailing.
I thought really only
Almost
Karsa
crit
got hit
after
by
crit.
him. I thought.
Well, I mean, if I hadn't like
Yeah.
Did you ever
kept
take damage?
doing damage.
You can add that to your character sheet too, Alex. You can literally type in the mithril armor scale mail. It'll come
Okay.
up.
Cool.
Also, did I just a second? Could someone read back the thing I read too for the magic items, just so I make sure I have everything?
3 potions of greater healing, a long rapier, a small bottle filled with gelatinous fluid and filled with tiny
With silver.
shards, a magic wand, 2 thick books, mithril scale mail, and an elaborate cloak.
Got it. There is also a like, how do I put this? Still quick to say that. What is this called?
A ring of wish,
No, there we go. I found it. It's a
Deck
scepter.
of many things.
a scepter.
A scepter. I didn't want to fucking say a rod. There is a royal scepter also there in his belongings.
Royal scepter.
Oh my god, a vampire lord's royal scepter. God, that would make fucking Alfred's ding dong so hard.
Possessed by another being as well.
Dude, he'd have a hard time walking with 2 bait rods.
But how do I get rid of the disadvantage?
You don't have it if it's mithril.
It says mithril scale mail, and then it says I have disadvantage on strength and dex because I'm not proficient in it.
Oh, you're not proficient in medium
Oh,
armor.
you're not proficient in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get rid of that shit.
Yeah, you got to be proficient in to use it at least.
Yeah, fuck. How do I get proficiency in medium armor?
You can take a feat to do it, but it's a pretty big dip to
That or
fuck.
training, yeah.
plop that on.
Yeah, and train takes like time and money.
Well, I'll wear it for now. It gives me a +2 to my AC, so I'm up to 16.
Nice.
I'm just not going to be sneaky for a little bit.
Well,
No,
you
you'll
can
still be
still
sneaky.
sneak. Ironically, it's the one thing you can still do. There's no
Oh,
disadvantage.
no,
of
but
sneaks.
technically he still has disadvantage on it though, because it says for dexterity checks as well.
Yeah, it says
I
dex
will
and
say for the
strength.
express purpose of it being mithril, it doesn't give it on stealth checks only. Like you still have
Okay.
disadvantage on all the others, just not stealth
Gotcha.
checks.
Yeah, it
So
says
don't try to do
stealth
any
and
acrobatics.
slate.
Don't
Yeah.
try to do any.
Yeah.
The item actually says if the armor normally imposes disadvantage on stealth checks or has a strength requirement, they're both gone.
But not a proficient. So he still needs to be proficient in the armor.
You still
That's
need
the
the
issue.
proficiency. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I will say, but in this instance, it erases the strength requirement or releases any. If you were to get disadvantage on stealth, that's no longer the case.
Yeah, so essentially it's not that it's heavy, it's that it's like it blocks parts of your body that you're used to moving normally.
Yeah.
That like oh man, I have to move my joints differently.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else you do?
Mm, not at the moment. Was he wearing a hat?
He was not wearing a hat.
Damn. Could have taken that hat. Don't care if it's magical or not. Just a hat, man.
Okay. No, I get. Displacer Beast. Did that have anything on it?
You can check.
Okay.
Hard thing to loot because you keep looting the shadow.
You're like,
Blur.
oh shit.
It's a blur.
I'm gonna go for
Fuck.
just 10 minutes of that.
Oh.
What do I roll for searching the Displacer Beast?
First of all, make an investigation check.
I just imagine the corpse is like a sensor blur.
Yeah.
And not because it's a corpse, but because it's a displacer beast. Just like,
Is it still dark out?
It is still very dark out, yes.
If I cast light, can I get advantage?
No. It wouldn't give you disadvantage anymore. Which is, I think you still have the dim light going, so.
No, I shut that off.
Oh, so you have disadvantage on your investigation check. If you cast light, you'll have just a flat investigation check.
Okay. Well, I got a crit miss.
Okay. No, it is nowhere to be found.
Okay. And Karsa seems to be MIA.
Karsa's missing entirely. Karsa's going, I'll say, like, in game, because Derek's not available. Karsa's literally still going through Star's shit and just, like, cataloging it and putting it in his inventory.
I've lost track of everything at this point.
You don't even know what the objective was. You're just
I don't know
like,
what we're doing. That was some wild shit.
Seriously,
So,
hey, that's the jungle. Pff, we'll just walk through the jungle. We're fine.
So now what?
If you want, I can ship back to Alfred
Please,
and Edward.
fucking Necrodeath's right there with him, and he goes,
Heavy stuff.
Holy shit! On top of the Displacer Beast, and I'm like, oh, fucking no.
There we go. Karsa's back.
Okay.
holy shit.
Okay, Karsa, is there anything else you do? I'm taking it out of combat mode.
You see me walking around looking for something. That something being the Displacer Beast. I cannot find it anywhere. I've walked by it probably like 3 times though.
He tripped over one of the tentacles. Like,
And just thought it was a branch.
Once I have everything off the body, I will unceremoniously just drop it down against the tree.
Okay.
And when he says he can't find when he's like looking around and I realize what he's looking for, I'll get like a quick look around for the Displacer Beast body.
I have my light also cast. Looking around. That's for DM notes.
I'll see if he's being ridiculous and trolling me, or if I can see the body.
Okay. Make your investigation or perception check.
13.
A 13 is enough to find the Displacer Beast over in one of the bushes.
I just look at him a little funny. You didn't see this? And I just walk over and I pull the body out from under the bush.
Whoa.
As you pull the body out, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I get advantage on dex against effects that you can see while not blinded.
This is one of those instances where you would get advantage, yes.
Yeah. And that is a 16.
16. Okay, so you managed to dodge as you see one of the tentacles flex back to life, but it just stretches out towards you, just kind of like reaching out a hand.
I'm gonna take the body, lift it, slam it, and just punch the head one more time, and then toss it over towards Samuel.
You slam it, hit it in the head, and you hear like that sickening crack from before, where Samuel had just blasted its skull in. And as you sink your fist in, you just hear a whisper. And if you can make a perception check to see if you make it out.
11.
11. You think you catch a word? You're like maybe it was temperance. Like that's the only thing you're able to catch.
I wasn't the character. It was death.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was the other one.
No, it was death.
Was it?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No, because death kills
Temperance was killed. No, Temperance. Yeah, Temperance was killed by death, and then I played death.
You're right. I fucked up.
Yeah.
And Death was killed.
Yep. You got it.
Well, no, death became. Never mind.
That works out. Anyway, it whispers out death. Good enough.
Like,
Even more cryptic.
Even more
Yeah, it
cryptic.
is.
Take that away from the bank.
Yep.
Right.
That's it. That's all you get. And then it just
So-
wheezes and
Carson
collapses
just
back into the
tosses-
bushes.
Yeah. Carson tosses the body towards Samuel
Oh, there it is.
at your feet.
Uh, so I look it over, I guess now.
Okay. You see it doesn't carry any items. It just looks like this monstrous creature that's been slain.
Garza, did you want any beast meat? I could probably make this into something. If nothing else, I could make like a meat cake or something,
And
or meat muffins.
well, the answer is obviously yes. Yes, cut me
Blood
off.
muffins.
Yeah, blood muffins. Okay.
Cut whatever you need. We have time.
Okay. All I really have is like a small knife, so I will make marks along like the flanks and stuff, and have Karsa cleave the best of his ability.
Okay. So
True.
what I will say is you can use whatever ability you can justify. It could be like survival. It could be sleight of hand. It could be.
Carson, you have a machete.
What we'll do is we'll
Oh, wait.
have you make those rolls into actually kind of salvaging the creature.
Wait, could I use my sickle?
Yeah, oh,
My
absolutely.
Maker sickle, and just like carve through.
Yep.
Okay.
But I would just use whatever skill you feel applies to that.
So like sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand's
Survival.
perfectly applicable. If you'd like to use that, you could use survival. You could use nature. You could use.
I rolled a two for a 4.
Okay.
Animal handling.
Sure.
Can I take off the armor real quick? Because I see that it's impeding my.
Yes,
He
you
just-
can remove the armor.
He pets it. He goes, "Good girl." It's dead, Samuel.
Yeah, so I remove the armor, and then I will. Hold on. I need to actually remove the armor from my inventory for a second. Okay. So sleight of hand being a 17.
Yeah. So you see, Karsa largely handles like the giant emotions. Like if you need to lift it, Karsa just goes, and he's real rough with it. He's not
Just
gentle.
fucking-
He's just flopping and flipping it. You're a little more careful, a little more precise. You are able to separate the flesh. So what you do end up was about 3 piles of. I'm gonna put beast meat,
Mhm.
and then you do actually have the pelt separate.
Oh, very nice.
Sell it on the street. Become street meat.
Okay, Carson, do you want me to handle?
You can
The
take all of
pelt?
it.
Okay, and the meat.
Yeah, all you.
So 3 slabs of beast meat.
Yep. Where are you putting those?
I have a pack.
Do you have the 1 pack that's carrying all your stuff?
Carson reaches up and grabs like a banana leaf or like some big flat leaf. Is there something like that in this jungle?
There are giant fronds, yes, that you could absolutely wrap that in.
Have you
I'm
never
prawn.
done this? And I rip one off, shake it out of bugs, and then like just try and wrap the meat in it.
Oh, it
Yeah,
does it
yeah.
fairly easily. You actually
Okay.
remember some of the food that was served to you this way. You were like, oh, yeah, no, this is exactly what they had done.
And I do have some rope that we can like tie it up.
Yeah,
to
you
the-
just parcel it up a bit. I will say you lose about 5 feet of rope doing that, though. Just kind of making sure
Okay.
each parcel's wrapped appropriately.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is fine. How do I change rope length?
I will just do that in your head, man. Just next time you look at your 50 foot of rope, just it's 45. All right. Does Simuel and Carson do anything else for the time being, or should I switch over?
Seems like a good place.
Okay. Jesus. All right. So we'll head back to the casino. All right. Let me just swap that over. Boards. Casino. Be sure to swap your music back at home because we're no longer in the jungle itself. Alrighty. Summon everyone back to this board. What up? There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So we pulled back to Alfred and Quentin. And Alfred had last discussed, do you have a Nazi problem? And Quentin, you can see there's a frown that kind of furrows over his brow, and he just goes, you could say something like that. We got it in control. I'm not too worried about it. All right? And you, Mr. Wells, shouldn't be worried about it either. It's not a big deal. All taken care of you.
Well, unfortunately,
Like
it's
the
quite
US.
a big deal for us because, you see, they seem to be impeding my creative efforts, and I find it quite perturbing that they have such a tight grip on the local area. From what I understand, it has come to the point where you might be accepting losses on behalf of them.
It's just part of doing business. I'm sure you're familiar, Mr. Wells. I'm sure you've lost a couple of good men yourself, eh?
But for how long do we just chalk it up to casualties before we start taking greater action?
I'm sure the powers that be will sort themselves out. Let's just say I've got good men working on it.
Well, I hope you have quite the plan, because from what I hear, they wish to expand.
Listen, the problem here isn't the Nazis. The Nazis aren't that big a deal. Now, if you look at the town itself proper, right? There's another group that's keeping me from owning the whole town. If I own the whole town, Nazis aren't a problem anymore, right? So my thought is, I take the town, Nazis and I have an amicable arrangement to stay out of each other's hair. The only reason the Nazis are causing trouble now is because there's another group causing trouble with me and causing trouble with them. We get rid of the other group. There, it's just two people doing business.
Quentin, as much as I wish I could say this were as easy as a game of cards where it's a dual opponent against a singular one where everyone's counting correctly, I am afraid I don't think that's how this is going to work out for you. In fact, I believe strategic blockage of resources as they enter port will become part of the Nazi agenda.
That's
And
amazing.
it doesn't matter if you own the entirety of the port and half of Daggerfall. They're going to be a persistent and clearly more violent nuisance than you probably have wagered for.
I think when I'm spending less resources dealing with the other things in town, I can focus more of my resources on the things in the jungle. Then we have a better shot of pushing off the things in the jungle. Listen, I don't think the group currently in town has the resources or the ability of the people to make any difference, right? So they should just kind of disappear, if you catch my drift.
I'm much more inclined to believe that allies of a positive disposition greater outweigh foes that can be crushed with the work of slaves. But if you choose to move forward with your endeavors as planned, I at least will have another thing to write about.
Mayhaps, Mr. Wells. But I'm a long-time gambler, and I know when you hold them and when you fold them. And I think the group in town should consider folding them. With that, though, Mr. Wells, I'm going to get going. You see him stand up. He pushes himself out of the chair, and he begins walking back to his office.
I hope we have more time to catch up between now and the contract, Quentin.
Oh, we certainly will, Mr. Wells. Certainly will. All right.
I'm going to mull this over for a moment.
All right. While you were mulling, Edward.
Oh, sweet. Does it cost anything to get into the spa?
You can enter the spa right off the bat. You just go straight in.
Oh, sweet.
All right, so the second you open the door, the air in here is warmer and more humid than the casino proper, and it bears this like very sulfurous fragrance. You notice there's a tiefling scene. There's a tiefling. I got the accent still. There is a tiefling seated behind a desk that gives you a warm smile, and you see these chintz curtains are drawn behind her. Dear souls, says the tiefling, care to enjoy a massage, relax in our sauna, or take a warm bath?
What is the cost of this?
Well, it depends on what you're interested in. We can provide you with a therapeutic massage for 10
He
gold
immediately
piece an
turns
hour.
around and leaves.
What?
He immediately turns around and leaves.
The bath is only 2 gold pieces for 2 hours. Or 5 gold pieces for all day pass.
Gone.
Okay, you walk out.
Back out.
All right.
Sweet. I'm gonna go check out the circus.
Okay. All right.
This is probably about
it's
the time
even
that I would
still up.
probably go try to find Edward.
Okay. Edward,
And I wouldn't be surprised if we ran into each other as he exited the bath.
That makes sense. As soon as you kind of come out of the bathhouse,
right.
you do see Alfred. I will say I'll put you guys right there in front of the bathhouse, just by the portal.
Oh, who's that?
Oh shit!
You brought a guard? You followed?
Fuzz, cheese it!
Yeah, no, he's over here.
We followed.
All right.
Hilarious.
I gotta move the camera over to you guys. All right. Edward, you see Alfred starting kind of thoughtfully walking by.
Nice. Oh, Alfred.
Edward. How was your exploring?
Not great. Cost a lot of money. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money.
Services did you implore? You know, I don't wish to know. Your business is your business. But, well, sorry, I'm quite distracted. I solidified our way into a number of these competitions, and
I still have my
a
drink.
free-
I've been like nursing it. Like,
I have a free pass in and out of this establishment. That means we can use our access tokens, depending on what event we wish to come to, and then use that to gather intelligence and potentially make our moves.
how many passes do we have left again?
Four.
I say
Used
whisper.
one of
whisper.
Why did I have to say
six.
4 and put up a hand? You 4. Oh no, you 5. Excuse me, you have 5
have 5
because you
left.
did not use 2 to get you guys in.
Yeah.
You just used the 1, so 5 passes.
Okay. All right. Well, I know the others are interested in things.
Perhaps before we depart for the evening, we attempt to explore a little deeper into the compound. Perhaps see the circus show and see if there's any points of accessibility.
And maybe snag something green.
Mayhaps we do.
Okay. So as you guys begin making your way over the circus, you hear the clatter of copper on the ground, and you hear drinks being spilled, and you hear shouting.
Let's walk by this. Okay.
I mean, even walking that way,
Oh.
you hear way on the other side, there's a disturbance by the bar.
Bar?
Back over here.
Yes.
Okay. I look over.
You see 3 Nazis pointing and shouting as Theo Barley Malt holds up hands and begins running.
Where?
Over here, let me just plus everyone real quick. 1. Where are my other? Hey, yo, where my Nazis at?
Oh my
Hey,
god.
That's a
where
phrase
my
I never
Nazis
wanted to
at?
say, but here we
Sound
are.
off in the chat.
So there's one at the bar. There's the one with the gun that you just set down.
Yep. Where's my other? I had a couple of these guys. Where are they?
Calling all Nazis.
Yeah, where are you guys hiding?
Good. Get them all together all at once.
Yeah, put them in one area of effect. zone,
one area
if you will.
of, maybe like a fireball that was upcasted 6 times. I don't know.
Yeah, just like that general proximity, I think is what's important.
Just a general radius, if you will.
Yeah, nothing super important.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Zoom the camera back over to everybody where the action's happening.
That motherfucker's got a Bowie knife. Sorry.
There we go. Oh, on the wrong screen. Okay. So you hear several of them shouting and screaming, just going, "Get that man! He's the one from the poster!" And they begin running towards him.
Really?
I don't notice any of this, so.
Hold on 1 second.
What, the
Uh-oh.
Nazis are chasing Theo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck those Nazis.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am. So what direction are they heading? Is he heading toward the exit?
Neither of them are moving at this point. You see at this point, they've just noticed his presence, knocked stuff over, and he is gaping at them in surprise and shock.
Okay.
Alfred is the only one that sees this.
No. Edward does too,
I didn't pay
right?
attention to the occurrence, really. It's just like, I don't know. Just
Okay, so
bad
I-
things happening.
I shake Edward and I say, "Look, that man, he recognized me from before. He's being accosted by Nazis."
Do I see the man?
Yes, you see the man.
All right. Yes, that is the one from the poster.
Poster, what are you talking about?
The one that is dead.
Excuse me?
We're here investigating his death and Samuel's thing. Remember?
So we have to save him. He's gonna get
Yes,
run through by
let's go!
Nazis.
Yes, let's go.
Awesome. All right.
So I sprint over.
All right. I'll have you guys sprint over, and the next game we'll have you start with initiative, okay?